Bible says that he who wants friends must show himself to be friendly. And so I just appreciate the Lord for my network of family and friends. And we celebrate all of our supporters and friends and family that may even be watching this video now.
Yes.
You know who you are. You know what you've done.
Yes.
And we are forever, eternally grateful.
Yes.
So number 10. We've come to video number 10. I'm so happy that you have been with us from video 1 to number 10. My name is Nat and I'm together here with my beautiful African queen.
My name is Dee.
We're so happy to be here and have you joining us of our story of how we met. And now we are dealing with the preparations for the wedding. We've secured the other necessities, and now we've come to that place of securing the wedding gown for my wife. Right. So that's what we want to share with you in this specific video. But before we give you that, have you subscribed? Have you shared? Have you touched that notification button? If you've not done so, now is your time. Go ahead, subscribe, share, like our channel so that you can be continuously updated with all of our video and our content. So tell us about securing this wedding gown, will you?
Okay, so guys, we're right here waiting for God to just open a door because we have everything else secured in terms of clothes for the gents and the ladies, and it's just my gown. So now we kept on doing window shopping just to see if we'll get anybody else with a better rate, something that fits me and something that I like as well. But unfortunately, I got so many gowns that I tried on that fit me and that I liked, but they were not in our budget at all. Did you even have a budget? Guys, God can really bring you from a humble beginning and bless you. Okay, so while we were still in the process of trying to get me a gown, I remember this auntie. Man, God bless your heart, auntie. God bless your heart. I just don't know. God just bless you for me. But I remember my auntie, that's from my husband's side, who my husband had introduced me to, the family members, and she was one of them who was so super excited of just having me become part of their family. And she really loved me. I remember from the first day, all she used to do is just love on me. Like love on me. I remember she even said that I'm going to be removed from her house, like a bride. I can't be removed from my mother-in-law's house, so we had to find a place for me to be taken from, and she offered her house. She volunteered. She said, yeah, bring her. Why don't you bring her to my house? She can be removed from my house, because her house was also not very far from the church. And how she took care of me like her own daughter, man. So I remember my auntie, before all of that happened, my auntie just, one time we passed by her just to say hi to her, and she asked me, have you found your gown? She didn't even know we were looking for the gown. I said, what do you mean if I found my gown? She said, I know you're tentatively planning for a wedding. I said, but how did you know I was looking for a gown? She said, yeah, of course you have to get a gown for your wedding. So I said, well, no. I mean, yes, we have found a gown, but the gowns we have found, they're really out of our range. So we still trust in God. She said, you know what? Come with me. Come with me. And my aunt is a tailor. She's a professional tailor. She does a very good job making those dresses. And she has quite a collection of clothes that she had, some nice, beautiful clothes that she always had in her closet. And she's telling me I have too many clothes that I don't even wear. So come, let's take a look at my wardrobe. And she brought out this nice, beautiful dress, and which was actually had the the nettish material for a gown, and she told me, try this on. Me and my auntie have almost the same body type, and so she told me to try it on, and apparently it fit me so well. And I liked the dress, but then I was like, this is not a gown, auntie. She said, I'm a tailor. You forget I'm a tailor. So you just tell me what would you like your gown to look like? I said, well, the material is right, of course. The color is not right, because guys, let me tell you something. Culture comes knocking on this very, very, very same issue. In my country, if you do not wear, especially in the church setting, if you don't wear a white gown, like a purely white gown, it means that you have sinned against God, and your guys had sex before marriage, which did not happen between me and my husband, my fiance at that time. And so the gown was gold. Gold was the wedding color. Gold was my wedding color, but the gown was not gold. But I always wanted to wear a white gown. I said, auntie, this is a beautiful dress. I can imagine how you can do your magic and turn it into a nice gown, but it's not white. It is gold. She said, it's not white, but it's not like it's not like a bad gold, like that is too far from the white. I said, no, white is white. It's not white. So I remember my auntie and my sister-in-law calling me together and talking to me. And they spoke to me and they were telling me, now, you know you're not in Kenya, you're in the Bahamas, and I want to tell you that people do weddings and they wear green gowns, they wear blue gowns, they wear red gowns right here in the Bahamas, and we go to their weddings and we celebrate with them, and that doesn't mean that they have done anything, they have had sex before marriage. That don't mean nothing. So white gown, yes, I know it's a symbol in your country, but hello Bahamas, goodbye Kenya. And I was like, wow, I had to really think hard before I embraced that idea. But then I just prayed in my heart and I said, God, this is a big culture shock for me. I don't know how to embrace this. My heart is not still open for that, but I really had to pray through it. And I remember God just speaking to me and releasing me. And even when I spoke to my husband about it, he was like, come on baby, come on, you know, and I know that nothing happened between us. So that's the most important thing. God knows. So God knows. So what about the Kenyan people? Say we are getting married. They are not getting married to us. You and me, we are getting married. And so I really had to process that and to embrace that. But after I prayed and the Lord gave me a release in my spirit about it, I told Auntie, okay. So I went back to her and told her, okay, I think I'll settle for that. So she said, okay, let's make this into a gown. And I remember me trying to think of how I'd like my gown to look like, and I gave her the design. I told her how I want the front part of the gown to look like, and she sent me to the fabric store to buy just a few pieces that will be removed from the dress and added on just to make it look nice and lovely. And the whole process of making the gown was just so easy because my auntie made it so easy for me. And if you guys see my gown, it was gorgeous. As you can see, my gown was really, really, really gorgeous. It was beautiful. It was gold and beautiful. And I think gold is a nice color. It's one of my favorite colors. I think it's a nice and rich color. And so I looked so gorgeous in my gown. And guess what, guys? I think I only spent $15 of buying the fabric to get my gown, as opposed to spending $1,000 that I was supposed to spend. That's how God provided for my gown, and it was gorgeous. And I remember so many people telling me that my gown was so gorgeous. Like, if you guys, I'm sure they did. Of course, they did not know the background behind my gown.
Right.
You know, they probably thought it was an expensive gown that I had to buy, but no, God just provided for it, just like that, just like that. And so I thank God for that. That's one of the miracles, and Mr. Pratt is going to tell us how he was able to secure the reception part of the wedding.
So the good thing, the Bible says that he who wants friends must show himself to be friendly. And so I just appreciate the Lord for my network of family and friends that I have developed and assembled over the years, that just through their support behind me, once I shared with them the plans of our wedding, I had an an oversubscription of support coming down to the venue for the reception. Actually, there was another option that was available that we did not even embrace. But nevertheless, the one that we did decide to embrace, we just needed to give them something small for appreciation.
Which they did not even ask for.
Yeah, just to have the yard cleaned and lawn, manicured.
Yeah.
So that was just a small token I just gave to the owner, just to please, just have that cleaned up, and that was it. And so then they coming down to the food, we had too much food.
Excess.
We had too much food.
Overflow.
We just had too much
My
food.
God, overflow.
And so even in the reception, the Lord showed himself. The Bible talks about good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and running over. That was the result of the favor of the Lord at the reception. Hey, and our cake was also prepared.
Yeah. And
we had a nice, beautiful cake as well.
right. And just to cut you short, I remember the amount of money that was charged for a cake was just, my God, I was like, you actually just giving us this cake, because she was very, very fair with the funds that we spent on the cake. So guys, we just saw an overflow.
So then even the drinks, the beverages that were provided, there was an excess of beverages as well, even that was donated. I think even after we returned from our honeymoon, we still had more drinks and beverages left. And I'm like, hey, the Lord certainly showed up in a mighty way. And I want to encourage you to maintain friendships and relationships, because you never know, people are looking for opportunities to be a blessing to you. And my family and friends and loved ones really came through big time with their support, because I know we won't even deal with the what we call the honeymoon in this specific video, but even after that, we'll deal with that later. That was just awesome. But hey, the Lord certainly came through big time, and we celebrate all of our supporters and friends and family that may even be watching this video now. You know who you are, you know what you've done, and we are forever, eternity grateful
Let me
for
just
the support.
Let me just mention again Samantha Pratt, photography. I think you can find on Facebook. She did our pictures. That's my sister-in-law, and apparently the family I came into is so blessed, guys. We didn't have to pay for photography or videography, because our elder brother, that's my brother-in-law, he does videography, so he covered that for us in our wedding. My sister covered the photography part of the wedding, and so God just put me in the right family, guys. Let me tell you, we didn't have to cover for that. They covered that for us.
Even with the decorations, they were involved as well.
They helped us with the decorations as well. Even Chantel helped us.
Tiffany.
Chantel was actually my my maid of honor. She was my maid of honor, and the Lord just placed her there to be my maid of honor. She's been in marriage for over 13 years, and she just did an amazing job. Man, she was behind me like my mom. She's my sister, but she played that role of my mom and my sister at the same time. And I really thank God for her. Shout out to her. Shout out to all the church family members. I mean, from Sister Tracy to Sister Smith. Man, I can't mention all of you, but guys, all this church family of NFC, they embraced us, Bishop and Pastor. My God, amazing support. I don't want to mention what they did on this video because I'm saving that for the next video. And also our knew Bishop Ferguson and his wife, my God, there was such a blessing. I can't mention everybody, but you guys just know that God can place people in your life. When it's your season, God will place the right people in your life to do everything that is supposed to be done, and nothing will be left without being done. So you guys stay faithful to God and maintain the relationships that God brings in your life. Remember, God blesses, but He uses men to bless you. So do not burn bridges. Do not destroy your relationships that God has brought in your life. Pray over your relationships. Mind you, my best friend is in Kenya, but she wasn't here to help me with anything. She would have loved to. But guess what? She wasn't available because she was all the way in Kenya, and God gave me strangers, people that I was meeting for the very first time, who came in, and my God, I can't fail to mention Deaconess Mary Mitchell. Man, if it wasn't for that woman accepting to be used by the Lord, I just don't know. I wouldn't even have made it here, because she played a very, very, very big role for me, one of the most critical roles for me, just to be given access into the Bahamas. Yeah, no, we didn't bribe nobody, we didn't do no foolishness, but God used her strategically, placed her in that position to cover us and support us financially in so many ways, and we just thank God for her. Oh, she was a destiny help, I tell y'all. Prophetess Christy, I can't even start talking about you, my girl, but I thank God for all these men and women of God. Pastor Cedrica Pratt and my sister Lisa. Oh my God, I can't mention all of y'all, child, but I just love everybody, and thank God for all of you guys who are watching. And I just encourage y'all to subscribe to our channel, because we are just about to drop the last video of our How We Met videos, and that is the icing on the cake, and you guys don't want to miss that. So I ask you to subscribe and press that notification bell if you haven't, so that you can get notified of all our upcoming videos. God bless you guys. You're gonna be sharing so much more. Apart from our How We Met, we're gonna be sharing so much more that will be of a blessing to the single people, to the married ones, to the ones in relationships, and we believe that God is going to transform you and make sure that He places you in the strategic place that you're supposed to be, for you to have an encounter with Him, and for you to be in sync with your destiny, in Jesus' name. God bless you all, and we'll see you on the next video. This is Diana. God bless.
Bye-bye.